AITA for refusing to wake my brother up for work when he goes back to sleep. My 22M brother, 18M, has always been an extremely tight sleeper. Even in his childhood, our parents have tried to shake him awake and it's still difficult to get him up. In his later years, he had started to sleep through his alarm and, even though we sleep in separate rooms, I could still hear it and would have to go into his room to get him to turn it off. Last year, he got a job at a retail store. He loves his job and his co-workers. Unfortunately, recently, he has been late to work a couple of times. What had been happening is, although he does wake up when his alarm goes off, he had been falling back asleep afterwards. Now, I know this happens to a lot of us. I'll admit, it has happened to me at one point. The second time it happened, while I was driving him to work, he had asked me if I could start checking on him to make sure he was up and going to work. I refused to do this. I told him that if he wanted to play the closing your eyes after your alarm goes off game, that was on him. I am not going to be there to wake him up. The other thing is, if I were to agree with this, he would probably start blaming me if he ends up being late again. He would consider it a new responsibility of mine and would get upset with me if I were to fail to wake him up. I refuse to have that responsibility when he is an adult now. I was talking with Mom about this and she told me that it would be a nice thing to check on him if I were already up and moving. Now, truth be told, when his alarm goes off, I usually try to go back to sleep. But maybe she has a point about it being common courtesy to do a simple check. AITA for setting this boundary?